Our headlines for tonight: the Department of Foreign Affairs designates maritime spokesperson amid world war between China and government officials.
House panel approves committee report on the impeachment cases against President Marcos Jr.
The Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI's accomplishment report on flood control probe is still under review, says Malacanang Palace.
The Sandigan Bayan deferred the new former Senator Bong Revilla's arraignment for malversation case.
A survey shows that majority of Filipinos trust the government's capacity in resolving national issues. Good evening, bringing you the latest news for tonight. I am ALVIN PELOBELLO.
And I am KRIZZA Lopez. This is Eurotv Newsthread. The details on our broadcast. Amid escalating verbal exchanges between China's embassy in Manila and Philippine lawmakers, the Department of Foreign Affairs has designated a new spokesperson to handle increasingly complex maritime issues.
The move comes as the government reiterates its firm stance on defending the country's rights in the West Philippine Sea under the international law. Here's the report.
Amid the heated exchange between China through Beijing's embassy in Manila with lawmakers and government officials, the Department of Foreign Affairs has designated its spokesperson for maritime affairs. Due to his background as maritime experts, Assistant Secretary Rogelio Villanueva Jr. has been appointed as a spokesperson, but prior to this, he served in Philippine Navy and Philippine Coast Guard. Despite the ongoing evolving issues in the territorial disputes, particularly in the West Philippine Sea, the DFA has remained committed with the international rules-based order, such as the 2016 arbitral ruling and the 1982 UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS.
The DFA has consistently led efforts to uphold Philippine sovereignty, sovereign rights, and jurisdiction while calling out infringements. From promoting the 2016 South China Sea Arbitral Award to issuing comprehensive protests against illegal activities in our maritime domain, to delivering direct statements at the highest international levels against rule of law violations.
Villanueva, as Maritime Affairs Division spokesperson, he covers the finality of the Code of Conduct in the South China Sea, which follows the consultation meeting between the senior officials of the DFA and China on the sidelines of ASEAN on January, held in Cebu, and even the provisional rotational resupply mission in Ayungin Shoal and other parts of the country.
This framework has advanced our West Philippine Sea objectives, exemplified by the provisional understanding on resupplying BRP Sierra Madre at Ayungin Shoal. Effective diplomacy has also opened pathways for cooperation in critical areas, from Coast Guard communications to ocean meteorology.
DFA spokesperson Angelica Escalona noted that there is a need of maritime expertise and a more technical aspects, a reason for designation Maritime Affairs spokesperson. When asked about the timely appointment of the spokesperson amid the heated exchanges between Chinese embassy and lawmakers and other government officials, Escalona said,
"We want to give this the importance it deserves. How we advance Philippine interests in the maritime domain. So, mas technical siya compared to me. So, mas mabuti siguro na meron tayong spokesperson.
So, technical expertise.
Yes.
Meanwhile, PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, recounts on the criticisms made by lawmakers against him for defending the sovereignty and territorial rights of the Philippines. Tariela said he will stand firm to fulfill his duty in defending the Philippines' sovereign rights. The official challenges lawmakers to join the PCG in their maritime domain awareness in the Kalayaan Island Group, Filipinos Do Not Yield Movement Chairman Emeritus Dr. Jose Antonio Guisha highlighted the statement of the chief executive not to lose any of the Philippine territory. Guisha said it is a surrender when you weakens the institution that defends the country's sovereignty. Malacanang Palace on Monday said there is no state of war for calling a treason, but highlighted the freedom of expression amid the word war between lawmakers and government officials.
Wala po tayo sa estado ng actual state of war. Wala pong anumang bahagi ng teritoryo natin o anumang interes ang iso-surrender sa anumang foreign power.
This is ALVIN PELOBELLO for Eurotv News.
Meanwhile, the House panel has officially ended the proceedings on the impeachment cases against President Marcos Jr. after they approved the committee report declaring the cases dismissed. More from this report.
Members of the House Committee on Justice approved the committee report that indicates final dismissal of the two impeachment complaints filed against President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Chair announces the approval of the motion adopting the committee report
with a vote of 39 affirmative and 4 negative. The committee approved the report recommending the dismissal of both impeachment cases. During the hearing, Committee Vice Chair Representative Isabel Maria Zamora asserted that the complaints failed to establish the President's involvement in corruption. ML Party List Representative Attorney Leila de Lima cast differing votes on the two impeachment complaints. She voted in favor of dismissing the impeachment complaint filed by Attorney Andre De Jesus, citing that it was insufficient in substance. However, she opposed the dismissal of the complaint filed by civil society groups. De Lima describes the House's decision to terminate the complaints at the level of determination of sufficiency in form and substance as premature. She stressed that the allegations cited in the complaint filed by Maza et al. Carried significant weight.
For me, the majority has prematurely dismissed the Maza et al. Complaint at this stage of the proceedings, which is supposedly just the determination in substance of the complaint. So, dissent and concur.
According to Committee Chair Batangas 2nd District Representative Attorney Jervil Luistro, the vote effectively put an end to the impeachment proceedings against the President.
Nevertheless, both the impeachment complaint and its accompanying resolution are subject to the approval or disapproval of the plenary once it is included in the order of business.
The approved committee report is expected to be transmitted to the plenary session today, where lawmakers will vote on whether to adopt the decision of the Committee on Justice. This is KRIZZA LOPEZ for Eurotv News.
The Malacanang Palace has confirmed the receipt of a major accomplishment report from the Independent Commission for Infrastructure detailing its findings on alleged corruption in the flood control and infrastructure projects across the country. Mia Layagin has more.
On September 11, 2025, the Marcos administration established the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, designated to investigate the irregularities on flood control and infra projects in the country amid corruption links. And on February 6, 2026, ICI submitted before the Office of the President the 125-day accomplishment report of the Commission from the start of its operations on September 15, 2025 to January 18, 2026. Malacanang Palace on Monday confirmed that the report have been received by the Office of the Executive Secretary and that it is now under review. While ICI did not release a public copy of the 1,000-page report, the Commission was able to share highlights of its accomplishments. Within the almost 4 operational months, ICI conducted 32 hearings with 36 witnesses and resource persons appearing before the Commission. From this number, 5 are agency heads, 7 were senators, and 13 were members of the House of Representatives. ICI was able to submit 9 referrals before the Office of the Ombudsman, from which 65 individuals were recommended to be charged. 66 individuals were recommended for Immigration Lookout Bulletin Order or ILBO. As part of the investigation, 16 sites were inspected and visited by the ICI. On the other hand, there have been over 6,000 bank accounts freezed or subjected for freeze orders via ICI's recommendation. 24.7 billion pesos worth of assets were seized or surrendered, including vehicles, insurance policies, real properties, e-wallet accounts, air assets, and others. While ICI has not resumed on official operations as only one member remains, the committee finished the report for the consideration of the President on the next steps of the Commission. This is Mia Layagin for Eurotv News.
For the second time around, the anti-graft court Sandigan Bayan deferred the arraignment for ex-Senator Bong Revilla's malversation case. Shai Morales tells us more.
The Sandigan Bayan 3rd Division has once again postponed the scheduled arraignment of former Senator Ramon Bong Revilla Jr. and his co-accused, former Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office, Finance Section Chief Juanito Mendoza on Monday, February 9. This is in relation to the case of malversation of funds still linked to the 92.8 million pesos ghost flood control projects in Pandi, Bulacan. According to Sandigan Bayan, the arraignment of the two was delayed again due to pending motions filed by Revilla's camp regarding the charges against them. These include the motion for reconsideration submitted by Revilla on February 6 and the motion for inhibition filed on February 8. Meanwhile, the scheduled arraignment of 5 other co-accused of the senator proceeded today, where they entered not guilty pleas. An arraignment is the process in which the accused formally enters a guilty or not guilty plea to the charges filed against them. Reports also state that the arraignment of Revilla and Mendoza has been reset to February 16. With that, supporters of the former senator once again gathered outside of the Sandigan Bayan during the scheduled arraignment. These supporters also held a prayer rally yesterday, February 8, in front of the Aguinaldo Shrine in Kawit, Cavite, led by religious leaders, while supporters wore white shirts and blue ribbons in solidarity with Revilla. To recall, Revilla surrendered to the police at Camp Crame on January 19, after the Sandigan Bayan issued an arrest warrant against him in connection with the cases of malversation of funds and graft and corruption. And as for the graft case, Revilla, Juanito Mendoza, Wat and Dumasig faced the Sandigan Bayan 4th Division for arraignment and pre-trial this Monday afternoon, wherein the court has entered the not guilty plea instead of Revilla. Meanwhile, 3 of the co-accused in the same case have already pleaded not guilty on January 28. This is Shai Morales reporting for Eurotv News.
Senator Amy Marcos denies plotting coup in the Senate, which targets to remove current Senate President Tito Soto from his position. Mia Layagin returns.
Senator Amy Marcos firmly denies circulating news enunciating that she initiated the attempted Senate coup, seeking change in leadership amongst the upper chamber of the Congress. Last week, Senate President Tito Soto claimed that there have been plans and moves attempting to overthrow him from the leadership and that the majority was able to block it. Soto said that there have not been enough votes to oust him, affirming that the majority floor remains intact in securing Senate leadership. He further disclosed the behind the scenes of the coup attempt, stating that the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee's report in flood control scandal probe may be one of the triggers of the ousting try. The said report recommended the filing of charges against some senators over alleged involvement in the corruption scandal, all coming from the minority bloc. Another event that may have triggered the coup attempt, Soto says, is the removal of Marcos as Senate Committee on Foreign Relations chairperson. In an official statement over the weekends, Marcos debunked the allegations of leading and planning the coup attempt against Soto's leadership, aiming to have Senator Loren Legarda take the seat. Marcos argued that the minority can attest that she was the last to learn about the plan, hence joined late in this matter. In talks of chairmanship, Marcos expressed gratitude to Soto, who let her keep the post despite it being traditionally held by the majority. However, being a critic of her brother, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s run administration herself, the senator clarified that she does not expect anything in regards to Senate's internal politics. She meanwhile said that the coup talks is loud inside the Senate, given that the chamber is being targeted with the flood control and infra project investigations, and that senators could no longer rely with the institution to protect or defend them. Hence, Marcos says that she expects a common statement from the minority to clarify this matter and hopes that she will no longer be blamed for being the coup instigator. This is Mia Layagin for Eurotv News.
Amid the national issues the country is facing, a majority of adult Filipino expressed their trust in the government's capability to resolve them. Specifically, 55% stated that the government can resolve these national issues. More from this report.
A large number of Filipinos continue to believe that the government is capable of addressing the country's problems, according to a survey conducted by Octa Research. Based on the result of Octa Research Tugon ng Masa Survey, 55% of adult Filipinos expressed trust in the government's ability to effectively resolve national issues. Meanwhile, 20% said they do not believe in the government's capacity to address these problems, while 25% said they were undecided. The highest level of trust was recorded in the Visayas, with 68% of respondents expressing confidence in the government. This was followed by Mindanao at 58%, while Balance Luzon and the National Capital Region recorded the lowest trust level at 49%. The survey was conducted from December 3 to 11, 2025, involving 1,200 Filipino respondents nationwide. This is KRIZZA Lopez for Eurotv News.
The Philippine National Police has ordered the relief of an entire mobile force battalion in Bangsamoro region after a viral video exposes alleged hazing and maltreatment of newly trained police officers in Basilan. Details from Henry Nicolas.
The entire personnel of the Police Regional Office Bangsamoro Administrative Region Mobile Force Battalion 14B has been relieved from their posts following a viral video showing the maltreatment or alleged hazing of members during reception rites in Lamitan City, Basilan. According to Philippine National Police spokesperson Brigadier General Randolph Tuanio, the victims, who had just completed their basic internal security operations course or BISOC, filed a formal complaint. The hazing reportedly took place between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. on February 6 during the reception rites for new police officers. Photos and videos of the incident went viral on social media. Those relieved from duty include 70 personnel and 12 non-commissioned officers who were allegedly responsible for the hazing. Currently, there are 18 complainants regarding the initiation, but Tuanio expects this number to rise to over 120. The complainants have already undergone medical evaluations and authorities are now investigating whether any police commissioned officers were involved in the incident. The entire RMFB-14V is now under the Holding and Accounting Unit of PRO Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Maguindanao del Norte prior to the investigation. Charges are being prepared for violations of Republic Act No. 11053 or the Anti-Hazing Act. Tuanio emphasized that the PNP strictly prohibits any form of initiation or hazing during training, orientation, and welcome rites for new officers. The PNP stressed that such incidents are a direct violation of discipline, honor, and the sworn duty of a police officers and should never be considered part of the tradition. They assured the public that anyone found guilty of hazing will face both criminal and administrative cases. This is Henry Nicolas for Eurotv News.
The poll body has released the calendar of activities for the Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan Elections or BSKE as they resume the voter registration in the Bangsamoro region. Vanessa Cleofas reports.
The Commission on Elections or COMELEC will resume its voter registration in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao o BARM for the upcoming 2026 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan Elections or BSKE on November 2. The registration started today, February 9, and will run until March 31. Based on the calendar of activities released by COMELEC for BARM, the filing of Certificate of Candidacy will be from September 28 to October 5. Campaigning is prohibited from September 28 to October 21. The election period and the implementation of the gun ban will from October 3 to November 9, while the campaign period will be from October 22 to 31. The last day for submission of the Statement of Contributions and Expenditures or SOSE of all candidates will coincide with the actual day of the BSKE. It can be recalled that on January 30 of this year, The Commission had earlier resumed nationwide voter registrations except in BARM. Meanwhile, COMELEC also announced that voter registration for qualified voters in Antipolo City for the BSKE is temporarily suspended from January 19 to March 12 to give way to activities related to the special election for the city's 2nd Congressional District, which will take place on March 14. This is Vanessa Cleofas for Eurotv News.
Motorists traveling along a major thoroughfare in Central Luzon can expect improvement in the coming months as the Department of Public Works and Highways begins full-scale rehabilitation of damaged section of Manila North Road in Apalit, Pampanga. Catherine Landicho tells us more.
The Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, is carrying out full-scale rehabilitation works on the damaged portions of the Manila North Road in municipality of Apalit, Pampanga. The immediate repair activities were undertaken following an inspection conducted by DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon on January 23, during which he personally identified the section of the road requiring urgent action. According to the DPWH, the rehabilitation is in line with the directive of President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. to ensure that the road is repaired before the onset on the rainy season, in order to safeguard motorists and prevent accidents and severe traffic congestion in the area. The project is expected to be completed within 3 to 4 months, depending on weather conditions and the progress of construction. Meanwhile, the DPWH has apologized for the inconvenience caused by the ongoing works and has appealed for the understanding and cooperation of motorists while rehabilitation of one of the province's major thoroughfare is underway. This is Catherine Landicho for Eurotv News.
The Caloocan local government has declared February 16 a special non-working holiday commemorating the foundation of the city. Catherine Landicho returns.
The Caloocan City government has declared February 16 a special non-working holiday throughout the city in the celebrations of Caloocan Day, in accordance with Executive Order No. 003-26 and pursuant to Republic Act No. 7550. The declaration forms part of the city's annual commemorations of the anniversary of Caloocan's founding as a city, a significant milestone in its history and identity. In line with this, the local government is inviting all residents to participate in the various activities prepared for the celebration. These activities aim to remember, appreciate, and celebrate the history and legacy of Caloocan City. Meanwhile, the public is advised to stay updated on official announcement from the city government regarding the schedule of activities and other related advisories. This is Catherine Landicho for Eurotv News.
Japan's newly elected Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi is consolidating power after her party secured a sweeping supermajority in parliamentary elections, setting the stage for a major policy shift at home and a firmer stance abroad. Son Santiago brings us the details.
Japan's Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi secured a landslide victory in Japan's parliamentary elections on Sunday. Results show Takaichi's Liberal Democratic Party winning 316 of the 465 seats in the lower house of Japan's parliament. Together with its coalition partner, the Japan Innovation Party, which won 36 seats, she secured a total of 352 seats. With a two-thirds supermajority victory, Takaichi gained strong political backing, passing desired legislation with ease and overwriting the upper chamber. The conservative leader pledged to suspend the 8% sales tax on food to help Japanese households cope with rising prices. She also plans to spend and strengthen Japan's military capabilities, a plan China criticized. Shortly after taking office, it can be recalled that she triggered Beijing by publicly outlining how Japan might respond to a potential Chinese attack on Taiwan. October last year, Takaichi was elected by both chambers of their national diet after its previous Japanese prime minister stepped down from his position. This is Son Santiago for Eurotv News.
In the world of sports, two Filipino star players continue to bring pride to the country. Pinoy pole vaulter AJ Obiena took home a gold medal in the Asian Indoor Athletics Championship, while tennis star Alex Ayala secured the rank of world number 40 in women's tennis. Here's Kyle Basa for the sports news.
This is for your Philippine sports news today. Filipino Olympic pole vaulter AJ Obiena claimed his first ever gold medal in the Asian Indoor Athletics Championships in Tianjin, China this past Saturday.
Obiena claimed the gold medal after his wonderful performance in the Asian Indoor Athletics Championships. He cleared 5.70 meters of the competition in just one attempt. On the other hand, Li Chenyang of China only cleared 5.60 meters, resulting in Obiena settling in the top spot. Li Chenyang settled for silver, while Chenyang claimed bronze after clearing 5.40 meters. The year 2026 has been good for EJ. In his Instagram post, quote-unquote, "I am proud to bring home this gold to my nation. In pole vault, we finally have won every single Asian Championship gold medal. Our greatness is on display for all to see." Obiena also managed to take home the bronze medal in INIT Indoor Meeting Karlsruhe this early Monday.
Filipino tennis star Alex Ayala once again climbs up the world rankings of tennis. Last week it was world rank number 45, but today the World Tennis Association updated their rankings and she rose to world rank number 40.
This marks her first time ever in her professional tennis career that she is in the top 40 WTA singles. The main reason why she rose to the ranks is her wonderful performance in the Abu Dhabi Open. Ayala reached the quarterfinals in the singles event in the said tournament, while she and her teammate Janice Chen reached the semi-finals in the doubles event. Her ranking in doubles increased to world rank 99 as well. Alex Ayala's campaign in the WTA 1000 Doha Qatar Open will start tonight, February 9. She will be facing former opponent Teresa Valentova of Czech Republic in the round of 64 in the tournament. This serves as a rematch since she lost in their previous matchup back in October 2025 in Japan Women's Open.
Stay tuned for more sports news only here in Eurotv News. Once again, I'm Kyle Basa. Back to you, Alvin and KRIZZA.
Thanks, Kyle Basa. And that's latest news for tonight. You may visit EuroTVPH.com for our news and information. Once again, I am KRIZZA Lopez.
You may also catch our live broadcast through our social media accounts and via Pinoy Stream channel. I'm Alvin PELOBELLO. Thanks for joining us. This is Eurotv Newsthread. Stay safe and have a good night, everyone.